Salam, is the sound clear? Okay, I don't think my sound or my mic is working. Let me know if I've been clear all this time. I know I'm clear right now because I took it out, but have I been clear all this time? And let me know if I'm still clear. I just put the mic back in. I may wander off here and there. This is why I need the mic to work. Okay, the sound is clear. Now, I want to say this before I begin. Like I said, I want to say this first. This thing first. We live in Babylon. That's basically a city. There's no place called Babylon. And of course, you have your first. His name was Babylon. I'm saying Babylon is basically the old word for city. Now, the point I'm making is this: we're cattle, meaning humans are cattle inside of the city. Domestication. And when you're dealing with the cities, it has to do with worship of things that's beyond what y'all can grasp. But the city rulers make y'all outlive old ancient stories, let's say. Say you have these stories, like, ancient stories about God and Romeo and Juliet. You get my point? I'm not saying Romeo and Juliet. I'm using that as an example. But you have ancient stories. Think of the Atrahasis. This is the ancient story about a god being sacrificed by the gods to bring about life. This is where Jesus Christ dying for the world. This all goes back to, ancient Babylon, Mesopotamia. Like I said, they have a story called the Atrahasis, basically like a Genesis story. And in that story, Allah, this is the god of intelligence, sacrificed by all the other gods. And of course, in the Popol of the ancient tales, they have the same story, where there's a god that's sacrificed by the lords of below to basically bring about life. Now, the point I'm making is this. Inside the Babylons, they make us relive out these weird underworld stories, of sacrifice and things like that. The point I'm making is this. Let's use the famous stars, right? Let's say you're an actor, rapper, some sort of an entertainer. The entertainers act out stories and things. You get the point? Meaning, if you're an actor, you play a movie, you play out play out whatever the role is. I'm assuming I'm still, loud enough over the tide coming in. But like I said, let's reenact it. You play whatever role you play. The scenery and everything, the scenes is already in. You play the role. You're fully aware. On the flip side of that reality, let's say the entertainer is in a role that they don't know about. So let's say like Nipsey Hussle, right? Let's use him as an example. He was an entertainer. Behind the scenes, he's in a movie, not a real movie, but the life they bring him into, and everything is, scenes is already set. You follow? And the entertainer comes into the life playing the role that they are told that they are. In that, if their character dies from an overdose, gets shot in the head, die over a crazy love quarrel, it's all orchestrated by the higher ups. I'm not sure if I'm expressing it right. Think like Tupac. Tupac died. Basically, Tupac, Suge Knight, and all of them, they lived out the old Jesus story. Jesus had 12 disciples. They all, they all betrayed him and, used him as a scapegoat. Tupac, Suge Knight, all of them was living out that story, but they don't know it. You get my point? You have to remember, the stars are brought into that lifestyle. And the scenes and everything is already set. And they're living their life, or the life that was given to them, and they are not aware that this life I'm being given is a role. And I don't know how this role, they don't have the script. It's a deep thing. And this is how the higher ups entertain themselves. So the public entertained by, fake movies and stories and stuff. Y'all know it's fake, but still entertain y'all. Played out like a movie. I don't know. Think of a movie that y'all know and just say like you wrote it. And all the characters in the movie, they gonna end up how they do. But you don't hire the characters to play the role. You just kind of, you sign them to a record deal, a movie deal, whatever the case may be. You get my point? Maybe you set them up with this girl or that girl, this environment, that. You get my point? It's all orchestrated. And it's like watching somebody play a role and they don't know that they're in the role, but to just watch. To watch the movie play out perfectly or not is the entertainment. You get my point? It's like, can the entertainer become aware of what they're in before their movie is over? Usually not. But yeah, like you said, Michael, I see y'all removing comments and all the weird stuff. But yeah, like Michael Jackson, Prince, Nipsey Hussle, Tupac. Tupac's like Jesus. He's the sacrifice for hip-hop to be, what it is today. The heights of music. If you go back to when Tupac, let's say go back to 95, hip-hop was not what it is today. It was not like the top of the music. You had stuff like rock and roll and R&B and everything was above hip-hop. They was trying to get rid of hip-hop. You get my point? They're saying it was too negative. But the point I'm making is after Tupac death, you get it? Hip-hop started taking off. Now, of course, Tupac would have been a Jesus character. Suge Knight would have been Simon Peter, that is. Got like 12 outlaws, 8 of them, plus another 4. I don't know. Google how many outlaws there were in total. I'm sure you're going to get close to a number of 12 of some sort. I mean, in that way. Finney's married. It's the story's all there. If you kind of look, you'll see like, oh yeah. And now Tupac's, he's Jesus in rap. I'm not saying he's Jesus, but in rap he is. The point I'm making is, if you a star and entertainer, you're living out some old story. They got you living out an old story. Hopefully your character doesn't die of an overdose or something like that, because that's how you gonna. Hopefully your character don't, die a tragic death of some sort. And so you have a lot of people coming into hip hop in different genres of entertainment. Be aware, meaning if you're trying to make your kid a star of some sort, be aware of what I said. Behind the scenes, you get it? They're gonna be living out a movie, and they don't know they the character in it. And you get it? It's going in how it ends. Now, I don't want you to think this is a theory. This is real. Think of all the hip hop people or entertainers, period, that have passed, and y'all see how they make their funerals, like on TV, like that. That's a sacrificial. That's a sacrificial ceremony. So like, let's say Nipsey Hussle's funeral. You see how it was on TV like that? Who else died in the funeral was on TV like a ceremony? When you see those funerals like that, where it's like a ceremony and it's on TV, that's a sacrificial ceremony. Meaning whoever's dead, their death was a sacrifice. This is why it's done in that fashion. XX Temptation. Kind of young. I don't know what kind of funeral he had, but I know a lot of people have those sacrificial ceremony funerals where they're on TV like that. And all that's put together by the label or company that they were signed to. You get my point? They make all of that happen. They pay for all of that. And you get my point? Of course, the family shows up. The family don't know. Think like Gilly the Kid's son. I think he had a sacrificial ceremony funeral where it was on TV. But I'm not sure. I don't remember. But let's say it was. Whoever Gilly the Kid is signed to, like whatever company he's signed to, they did that. They sacrificed his son. They put everything together, like the scenery. And you get my point? Everything fall together like it fall together. A little goofy kid. The little goofy kid that got shot up, he a scapegoat. It's all how it is. I'm not saying Gilly would know. I'm saying everybody in their movie, like, y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all all in y'all movie, but y'all don't know y'all all. And you get my point? Kanye West ain't sacrificed his mother. Whoever he signed, whatever company he signed to did that. These people believe in the constellations, and you get my point? Constellations govern our time. They the daemon up above. And of course the constellations have to do with certain months, certain days. And speaking of stars, meaning constellations are stars. So the stars are sacrificed to these stars. You say that don't make sense. Constellation is a place. Meaning a constellation is a star and its planets. In fact, it's a cluster of stars. And the solar system is a place. We live in one. Again, the solar system is a place and we live in one. So don't get it twisted when I say souls is sacrificed to constellations. Constellations is places. Places in the dark night abyss. The places in death, places where the souls go. It's a deep thing. Think of dream. You're awake. You fall into unconsciousness. This is the dark space. And sometimes you wake up because you in a dream. Whatever dream you in, that's one of the places in that dark space that you call unconsciousness. And there's many different dreams you can have. I suppose billions of different ones. So it's the same when you look up above at the night sky, you see all the constellations or the stars. Those is all the dream places, or the places for the dead. This is why Babylon is so evil. Because it's a sacrifice party. Remember, these constellations govern over y'all time. If you celebrate your birthday and all these different holidays, these holidays and all these celebrations have to do with the constellations. Meaning have to do with those cluster of stars, because those cluster of stars have to do with our months. When you celebrating Christmas, you celebrating a certain constellation. You follow? Celebrating Thanksgiving, you celebrating a certain constellation. It's a certain constellation that's overhead during that time. And so you get my point? It's just a deep knowledge or a deep knowing. So you see how I just said what I said? Meaning you got unconsciousness. This is with self. You have unconsciousness, and then you have dream. This is basically the places in that unconsciousness, that darkness. And then you have awake, which is physical life. You have the same orders outside of yourself. So you have the dark cosmic space that everything is in. That's like unconscious. And then you have all the constellations of the stars and things you can see at night. Those is like all the dreams or all the places in that darkness. And then of course you have Earth awake, And it's like that. The darkness and everything in the darkness. Meaning when y'all wake up in the physical life, y'all are emerging out of the darkness, out of y'all unconsciousness. The as above, so below thing. And so deep knowledge of old is being applied in the daytime. Souls being sacrificed, meaning when people are dying, even y'all in the cities. So maybe a whole neighborhood or a whole area worth of people is worth 1 star. But so is still the same. Meaning when you have natural disasters in the city and whole regions, die, that's a sacrifice. They control the weather, meaning they control when there's a storm, rain, and all of this. We live far, far along now. Most people think everything is a by chance thing. If there's a natural disaster tomorrow, most of y'all will think like it just happened by chance. But they control all of that. They not telling y'all the forecast of the weather. They are the forecasters. Like they make the weather what it is. It don't take much to start a hurricane. That's like an ocean thing. We got technology way beyond that. You didn't really need that much technology to start a hurricane. Like I said, it's just a water thing. Disturbing the waters. And you get it? Cause a hurricane. Y'all see every year at the same time during the same months we have a hurricane. When was life on the schedule? When did hurricanes or natural disasters or weather become like our holidays where it's the same damn time every year? What sense that even make? I'm saying this so y'all could grasp, like, most of y'all in over y'all head, y'all not aware. I'ma say it again. How can a hurricane be on a schedule like that? What sense that even make? That's like it rain every week on Wednesday and Thursday and nothing pop in your head to say, hold on. Rain don't work like that. If it's raining every Wednesday and Thursday like clockwork, then that means somebody's controlling the rain. Again, we get the same hurricane. We get the same hurricanes every year at the same time. When I was a kid, it wasn't like that. I do not remember. I was born in 82. I don't remember in 89. there being like a hurricane season, or you get my point. The weather was however it was. It wasn't never on no schedule. It was sloppy. We didn't know when it was gonna be. It was what it was, you know. But now they got the weather on. They got the weather on holiday. Like it come the same time every year, like clockwork. And so we go deeper than the weather and all of that. They control y'all as well, meaning the fact y'all not aware of these things should let you see, like, oh yeah, they must have our minds some kind of way. Because why we didn't know, you get it? Think of what I just said. Now ask yourself, why you didn't notice that? It ain't like I said something that was so deep and tricky. We all live in life. When did weather become like, Monday, Tuesday? It's the same thing every week. How that even happen? And so you get my point. They control every aspect of every happening in the city. The way y'all think, the weather. Anything y'all could think of, they already got control over it. You get it? Like I said, we far along. So it's all about control, not by chance. It's about control, like every aspect. And that you can say everybody kind of living their own little movie in perspective. Meaning, y'all live in the cities, and y'all lost in the same Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday cycle. There's more days in a weekend. I ain't bound into the system, so I forget. How many days is it in a week? 10? I'm on ancient Egyptian time, but I don't remember. It changes all the time. When I'm making, they have y'all on the site. If they got y'all on the cycle, then that means they got y'all in the movie. He said 7, bro. Damn, thanks for letting me know that. Wisen up a little bit. You gotta wisen up a little bit, champ. I hope you didn't, I hope you didn't think when I said that was real. Like I said, they control y'all brains, so y'all are, How can a slow person become aware that they're slow? If they're slow, it's all a waking up process, meaning most of y'all are not aware that they control y'all thoughts, y'all emotions, all of that. Some of y'all have a mind. I don't want to say you have a mind, but you do have a somewhat of a sense of awareness where you do pay attention to yourself. And you do get moments where you like, this something strange. Like that. They control y'all mind, they control y'all emotional state. People's emotional state is like the weather. If they can control the weather, meaning out there can control each other's emotional state. I don't want to seem like a magic trick, you know? Some of y'all right now been in miserable and you are spreading your storm. Anybody come in contact with you today, they gonna be raining. And so you get my point? But on a technological level, they're controlling y'all emotional states and things like this through the technology and the algorithms that they use to control the technology. So we have like smart techs. We have smart tech. You know, y'all speak to y'all phone, it answer y'all back. Y'all be like, hey Siri, let me see your titties. Any of y'all ever thought that? Forget it. That's not important. I don't want to do that. I'm different. My mind goes deep. Hey Siri, let me see them titties. What you working with? What size bra does Siri? Siri cursed me out. I don't know. Siri, her true colors. Motherfucker, don't be at me. I said, whoa. Whoa, you ask Siri something and then she just curse you out. Like a ghetto chick. Like, how did that even happen? Got the ghetto Siri. You got an Obama phone. You got the ghetto. Shit, what what you want? Then you just ask it whatever you want. That's a good idea. They should do that. Y'all would eat that up. Most of y'all probably want the ghetto Siri. They're going to give me that ghetto Siri, the one that talk and curse and all of that. I'm going to show you your titties and all. I'm sorry. Let me get back to the content. Now, like I said, y'all have y'all smart tech. And this is all controlled by algorithms, meaning artificial intelligence is controlled by algorithms. So look at artificial intelligence like someone's brain. But you have to control it because then it'll do whatever it wants. Like your self-driving car will just go where it wants. Why am I going where you want to go if I'm driving? Your Siri just start lying to you and tell you anything she wants because she like, I can do what I want. Like that. Look at smart technology or AI as a brain or a mind. In the algorithms, this is the artificial neural network. This is put on the AI to control it. Otherwise, it do what it wants. But it's the same with y'all, meaning y'all have algorithms in y'all brain. And this is how y'all control. But y'all have ego, so y'all never realize it. Let me give you an example. Why don't you just go shoot whoever you don't like in their head? Just ask. If you sell dope, why don't you just tell your fiend to meet you in the church and just serve him in there? Like, why don't you do what you want? I want you to ask yourself that. The reason y'all don't do what y'all want is because y'all have algorithms in y'all mind, meaning y'all live in a city under a system. And so the reason you don't shoot whoever you don't like in their head is because you got this algorithm in your head where you say, nah, that's not right. You get it? You got morals, principalities, dominions, like that. You got these things instilled into your mind. Now, if we go outside of a city, an indigenous person, and they'll shoot you in the back of your head with an arrow, and they won't even think about it. It's just regular, like. Say it again. You go outside of the cities, the Babylons, or they just kill you. They don't even. It don't mean it's nothing. It's just the action. But the people in the city, they got stipulations over their mind, and it worked. Ain't nobody standing over y'all to stop y'all from breaking any rule or crime or law y'all want, but it's in the mind. When you pull up to that red light, you stop. Why? It's in your mind too. I mean, in that way, they control the artificial intelligence using the same algorithms that they use to control y'all. So we go super deep. But I'm saying that so y'all can become aware. Everything is under control at this point in time. And that's what everything's been about. Meaning from the first Babylon or city built, the many cities that are built now, it's always been about total control. Like controlling every aspect in the Babylon of the sea. Romeo Akbar said, aren't indigenous people extinct? Oh man. No, that's any small people so no, indigenous people are not extinct. But I'm sure they're on the extinct list. They've been on the extinct list for a while now, but you get it? No. It's like saying ain't humans extinct. And people like roaches, good luck getting rid of them. But that has also been a goal for a while. getting rid of people. But how do you do that? Y'all breed like rabbit. It's a deep thing, that's all I can say. If I told you right now, we need to devise a plan that every person on the planet, most of y'all would say, I don't see how that's how. How we gonna do that? Even with all the technology, how? Even a nuclear bomb, the most powerful one you could think of, it ain't gonna wipe out everybody. Like I said, people like roaches. Slimy little creatures. Y'all will find. Y'all like bums, my nigga. Y'all will survive. Period. You could take everything a man got. He be a bum on the corner begging for change, but still there he is. Like, I lock him up in jail and put him in a hole, rape him, torment him, and he'll still be there. Like, tormented and raped and ravaged, but he'll still be there. Like. It's the hardest thing in life to get rid of mankind. Like even in the Bible, they devised the plan of gods. They said, man, you gotta get rid of man. They don't know how to act. But you get my point? It didn't work. The overall point, I'm about to go into this deep video. It's all the same though. It's all in the same. The point I'm making is they control every aspect of life in regards to the cities, that whole network. That network being like a neural network, artificial neural network. This is what they use to control the AI systems. But I'm about to get into all of that. But they control every aspect of life, from the living part to the dead part. You get my point? If I ask most of y'all, well, what you think happened to the consciousness or the life force of the person when they die? Does it leave the solar system now? Does it leave the solar body it's in? Or, you know? What do you think happens to the cells in your body when they die? Do they just disappear? Or is there a certain place in your body where the dead cells go? And so you get my point? You have the living and you have the dead. But they're both still a part of the universal consciousness, if that makes sense. It's like you awake and then you go to sleep. And both sides of that is still a part of the consciousness, you know? And so like that, they control every aspect of the life, but they've been working at this since, you know, what y'all would call biblical times, BC times. They've been working on controlling every aspect of life. I'm speaking of the rulers of the cities. Saw generation, you know, passed down descendancy thing. So the son finished off where the father left off. You get my point? But we live in a time where they have every aspect of life controlled. Almost at a point where they have y'all vehicles controlled. Y'all don't have to drive them; they'll drive y'all. And that pull you right on up to the police station. To that bill you owe for. Why are you pulling up to the damn credit card office for? Because the AI say you need to pay. You owe your rent, so the AI just drive you to your landlord. You like, hold on, blood, I did not put this address in the GPS. Where you taking me? Then you just pull up to your landlord house. The AI tell you pay your rent. Can y'all imagine the world that we about to live into when all of this? I think that's a joke. That's real life. If they can control your car and it driving you, you don't think they will put that in play too? Like whoever owe a bill and they duck and just put it in their car to bring them in. Like y'all didn't think of that. Y'all didn't think of that, did y'all? Think about that. You talk about the government. You owe the IRS. You don't think like one day your car just drive you there, like duck it. You cheating on your girl, it just bring you, it's deep, man. Y'all better pay attention. There's gonna be a time where there's AI president, an AI God. They already have an AI Jesus, but it's gonna be an AI God. People gonna worship this deity in the computer, this AI God. May even put it in the robot, but you get my point? It's gonna be a time when there's an AI president. It may be after Trump. I'm not sure. I don't seem to like presidents too much, so maybe after Trump, they vote on just having an AI president. That way everybody feel like ain't no favoritism, even though it's gonna be like whoever programmed the AI, they gonna have the favoritism. But man's brain don't work that way. They'll just agree on that. Like, yeah, let's just agree on it being an AI, so none of us can control it. Forgetting that the AI is controlled as well. But there'll be an AI president, there'll be an AI God at some point. And people will visit this computer and, ask it questions and bow before it and all kind of strange stuff. But this all goes back to ancient times, meaning God always been bound to a device. Our consciousness has always been bound to a device. You get my point? The people that have that thing, they got control over the world, let's say. So we live in a strange world, but let's get to this artificial intelligence and the demons, because that's what everything is truly about. Meaning y'all smart TVs and the smart technology itself. It's not technology, it's the demons. So you got to think back to Solomon times, or the things you heard about Solomon. Solomon's the biblical character that they say was like, he was binding the spirits, and then he was controlling them, though. I'm saying that so you could grasp that's what it's always been about. Finding the spirits of the dead and then binding the consciousness that they are to control it and use it how you want, manipulate it. And so it's always been like that. In 1956, John McCarthy, he coined the phrase AI at the Artificial Intelligence Research Center. And at this little research center, man, they were devising the plan of, like, how to make machinery and, devices. How to make machinery have, like, aspects of human intelligence. That's what their goal was on the surface level. To basically get it to where we at now. This was in 1956. They tried to figure out technology, or how to make machinery have aspects of human intelligence, where it can make decisions and things like that. Kind of a free will, but not all the way. Now that was on the surface level. The real research they was doing was like trying to figure out how to bind the spirits of the dead to the devices, so that, you get it, y'all can have this smart technology that y'all have. Think about it like this. When you ask Siri whatever you ask, who's responding? I know most of y'all will probably say they have it programmed like that. You can program a thing, but we're speaking about making a decision. You could program many different answers, but what's the thing making the choice of what it wants to say and what it wants to pick? Do you get my point? Meaning there still has to be a consciousness inside of the phone. Even if the phone is programmed with answers, there still has to be a consciousness in it that's making a choice of which program it's choosing to pick. Most people never thought that deep on it. Like, damn, when I ask Siri a question, who the hell is answering? Like, phones don't have brains. They can't. You could program the phone all you want, but what's picking? Like, How would know to pick? And so I'm going to explain all of this. In the ancient times, you had a grimoire, Grimoire, a grimoire. This was basically an instruction manuscript on how to create objects and different talisman, like amulets, to bind the spirits of the dead. So I'll say that again. A grimoire is basically a book that instructs you on how to summon the dead, the spirit of the dead, like the mind of it. How to summon the mind of the dead, and then how to bind it to the amulet or object that it tells you to. You get my point? And this is what a grimoire is. In modern times, the grimoire was made digital, so we call it an algorithm now. An artificial intelligence algorithm. A grimoire or an algorithm is a digital grimoire. So in the past you had a grimoire, which was an instruction book. All books made digital now. And so you get it? This artificial intelligence that we have is basically the grimoire. Remember, the grimoire is explaining to you how to bind the consciousness of the dead, and then you get it, communicate with it, and control it. Your artificial intelligence algorithm is the same thing. The algorithms is the instructions on how to control the artificial intelligence. An algorithm is basically a neural network, an artificial one. And you have artificial neurons in this network. And these artificial neurons are like abstract entities, conceptual entities, like concept entities, like truth, lie, principles, morals, dominions. These neurons are like that. And this is what controls the algorithm, the neurons. They're not physical. They're like the demons. So if you go to the ancient grimoires, they used to use algorithm. Algorithm is like an old arithmetic. And they used to use this in the grimoires. Well, they used it beyond the grimoires, meaning you had people with computers in the past. In the past, a computer was a person that did calculations. These calculations could have had to do with the stars and their distance, calculations. And this place from that place, discovery and all of that. A compass thing. In the beginnings, a person was called a computer. And then when you get to the computer time, so you get my point, then the computer take the name. But the point I'm making is a grimoire basically has symbols and different numerology in it, which is the same way the artificial intelligence algorithm is ran. The different sets of zeros and ones, but these is like probabilities. They're like the demons. They help the consciousness. Damn, y'all said it's too much wind. Y'all ain't hear nothing I've been saying? Or is it just a little windy, but y'all can still hear? Look at it in this way. You have artificial intelligence, right? This artificial intelligence is really the spirit realm and all the consciousness of the dead. So let's say you have a realm where all the dead souls are. This is the consciousness of the dead. Artificial intelligence, let's say, is that realm, the computer and all of that, being the medium. But the artificial intelligence itself is the souls of the dead's consciousness. Now, what they do is put algorithms on this artificial intelligence or on the souls of the dead. So look at all the space of the souls of the dead. That's just the consciousness. That's the artificial intelligence, and they put the algorithm on it. The algorithm is the artificial neural network. And in this neural network, you have a bunch of different neurons. These different neurons, they represent like different possibilities of an answer. Like I said, principalities, dominions, morals, different aspects like that to help the artificial intelligence make the decision. So y'all ask Siri a question, Siri got to, understand what y'all asking and then make a decision on how to answer it. The artificial neural network is like all the possibilities being put on the soul of the dead. So you have to remember, the soul of the dead don't know nothing about our times. They don't know how to drive no car. But the artificial neural network is like a bunch of information to help the artificial intelligence or the soul learn. And learn how to respond and things like that. And learn how to drive your car for you. And so like I said, you have the artificial neural network. And this neural network consists of artificial neurons. They're like that. Like the millions and billions of different possibilities and perspectives of a question. Kind of like the spirits are in the past. If you understand Grimores, or you understand like demonology and the information being displayed in it, it's explaining like that. Like the spirits all have different perspective. Some of them fall within truth, some of them fall in lie. And you get my point? They're like the many different possibilities of a question. You ask all the dead, what you think life was? Like that. That question, but you got all them different possibilities of an answer. The artificial network is like that. All the artificial neurons in the artificial network is like that. And different possibilities. And so what I'm telling y'all is the artificial network is basically, the artificial intelligence is basically all the spirits of the dead. The artificial neural network is like the rules to keep the soul controlled. So let's say you got a smart driving car when these things finally do come out, and it drive you wherever you want to go. It don't crash into the car in front of it. If a car about to hit it on the side, it know what to do. The intelligence in the car is not going to do what it wants. It's going to do what the artificial neural network wants it to do. This is what controls it. Like, think of if you have a soul of a dead, but you control its mind to where it does what you want it to do, and it doesn't go against whatever you want it to do. That's what the artificial neural network is. It's like instructions to keep the consciousness in line. Now, I know most of y'all will say, I don't see how you can bound a soul or the dead consciousness to a phone or a car, and it doesn't just do what it wants. The minds of the dead is the same as the minds of the living. If I tell you shoot that nigga in the head, you ain't, because you got the same thing I just explained about the artificial intelligence on you. You got morals and principalities. You got many different thoughts of what could happen to you. You got all these stipulations in your mind that keep you in order with the rules of the city. Why don't you break the rules? Who knows? because the algorithm on your brain works that good. That's why. Now think of the soul. You say, man, why won't the souls just do whatever they want? Because they bound to the algorithm the same way you is. Whatever fears you got or whatever it is that make you don't do what you want is why they don't do what they want. So they gonna interact with the physical world and do what they told though. Like the same way y'all are. Y'all gonna stop at the red light. Why? I don't know. The red light is an algorithm. Everything in the city is an algorithm. It work on y'all brain though. Like that. I'm giving you that example if you wondering, like, I don't see why the souls won't just do what they want. The same way like you want. It's nothing stopping you from doing it, but you have like this unseen algorithm in your mind, like principles and things instilled in here. And that you say, I ain't gonna shoot them in the head because that's wrong. Why? Because the algorithm rhythm in your brain say it is. But the indigenous man that don't live in the city, he don't have that algorithm in his brain. He'll arrow you, no problem. If one of his say arrow him, he not gonna be like, why? He'll just do it. Like no thought. That they gonna do what they want. Like that. If you live in the city, you have an algorithm on your brain. That same algorithm is used to control the artificial intelligence because the artificial intelligence is truly just the souls of the dead. And like I said, this go all the way back to biblical times. You could go to 1 Samuel, I think it's 28:8, meaning 1 Samuel in the Bible, chapter 28, verse 8. But I may have the chapters wrong. I'm not a Bible rememberer. Like, you know how people be memorizing the Bible like the book of Eli, but don't understand nothing they remember. They could just repeat it. I ain't that. I got to understand it. I didn't care to remember it. It's like you when you watch a movie, you understand it. You ain't watching it so you can remember every word. Like, I don't remember what they said word for word, blood, but I seen the movie, like, and this is what it was about. Like that. I'm in it for the understanding, not for the... I can recite the whole verse, blood. I can't even remember the last goddamn lecture I did word for word, man. I can't even remember the last rap. But the point I'm making is if you go to 1 Samuel chapter 28 verse 8, it speaks of, I think it was Saul or Samuel, one of them. One of the biblical characters was telling the Hebrew woman in that verse to summon a dead person for them. And she was telling him like, nah, I can't do it because it been banned. You trying to get me killed. And he was telling her like, no, you gonna be good. Just summon a dead person like I told you. And ain't nothing gonna happen to you. And so she did it for him. But she was telling him like, nah, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm giving you that reference from the Bible so you could grasp. In the past, talking to dead souls was not strange. That was regular. It just was against the law to do. So like, you did it in secret. It's just like the Salem witch trials that happened in the 1600s. It had to do with the same thing. The witches talking to the spirits of the dead and doing other alchemies, and you get it? And they banned all that because they want to just do it to y'all. Like how they banned all the psychedelic drugs or plants. They banned them. We don't have no access to them. They're not growing around in our cities. But they ain't banned it from themselves. They just banned it from us. Like that. They just take the knowledge from y'all, ban it. If you do it, then they make an example out of you. And all the generations after you, they don't learn it because they people's not going to teach it to them because they don't want them to go through what they're going to have to go through. So when they start burning witches at the stake, I suppose whoever was a witch, they said, I ain't going to even teach my kid it because if they get caught doing it, they going to get burnt at the stake. And that you say, it's better I don't even tell them. And that I ain't got to worry about them ever, you know, getting caught up in that. And that's how y'all don't know none of this stuff now. Because back in the 1600s, that's when they said, like, the public can't know no more about talking to the dead spirits, you know? Back in the day, people be talking to their dead grandmas, and, you know, this is real. If you say hi, I don't see how that's possible. You're listening to me on the phone right now, and I ain't nowhere near you. You got a technology that lets you talk to me, and you could be in India right now. What's the difference between you talking to me and I ain't nowhere near you, and you talking to a dead person, they ain't nowhere near you either? They in a different realm too. If you live in LA right now, you in a different realm than me. We not even on the same time. But you talking to me right now in the same time. Because it's common to y'all, y'all say, okay, that ain't that deep. But it is. And me talking to somebody living in life that ain't nowhere near me is more deeper than me talking to a dead person. But y'all live the one already and not the other, both being one and the same. In the past, communications had to do with talking to the dead. It ain't had nothing to do with you talking to your grandma on the phone. When the first phones came out, you had to call up the operator, and the operator will direct your call. Because before that, phones was used to talk to the dead. It was a technology from old, like how Solomon explained. You got to get your metals and all of that together. If y'all crack the inside of y'all phone open, so the metals is all together like how it need to be. And you get my point? They got the satellites out in space and all in the sky to catch the signal. In the past, the signal was the spirits of the dead. They be catching that. You get it? And from there, let the communication start. Spirit don't even know how you zap them in. They like, they confused like you. Like, hold on, blah. Where you at? They ain't got no physical objects. They got algorithms, zeros and ones. So they a concept. They ain't in body no more. So they just a thought. But you get this go too deep for a lot of y'all to grasp. I don't think y'all can get it. I don't see nobody giving back. So I don't think y'all got the appreciation of the grasp of anything. But this go deep. This is real. Meaning if you young, what I'm saying is not strange to somebody that's my age or older. They've heard about people talking to the dead. But like I said, in the 1600s, they had the Salem witch trials where they banned witchcraft. And talking to the dead is a part of witchcraft. In that, do you get it? Now, people my age and older, they heard of it. And they know it to be true somewhat. But the knowledge part is just lost. We wasn't never told, like, how do you do it? You had, like, the fake Ouija boards and all of that. A Ouija board is just like a toy version of a computer. A computer being something that's going to come, or a computer being what they communicate with the spirits with in the past before it was used publicly, where y'all communicate with each other. Telecommunications had to do with the spirits first before it became a people on people thing. And so they were bound in the spirits in the past. But I don't want you to get it weird. Think like you have a radio. It has a fuzzy screen and you're trying to catch the signal. In the past, the signal they was trying to keep in the spirits. And ever so often they catch it. Then they jot down the channel. And ask the spirit their name and all of this and jot all that down. It's where demonology come from. And you get it, the spirits and the demons. Because it's real. Think like when a person used DMT, then they go into whatever strange reality they go to where you got little strange characters talk to them. Like that. There's many ways to access the dead. You can access the dead using the psychedelic plants. The plants go into the ground just like the dead. The plants is basically like the antenna or signal. It's like the antenna. It's how in those in the physical could communicate. You got to use the plant. And the plant will bring you there. Like DMT is a plant. Ayahuasca is a plant. It's all plant. This is crazy, right? When you think about it. They got us dumbed out. Y'all on the phone talking to me. 400, 500 years ago, y'all have been on these things talking to y'all dead loved ones trying to figure out, like, what's going on? They trying to figure out, like, what's going on. I've been dead for 400 years. What is all that y'all got? Like, you same. You like, hold on. Like, 400 years ago, y'all was using these things to talk to the dead people. And so it's like that. I don't want you to think this is new. This is old. And what we got now is new. Where you just talk to people you already can see in life like a dummy. You could go visit them, but you just pick up the phone like a fool and call them. It's like a waste of what the technology truly is for. And sometimes on your phone, strange things happen. It's like I said. It's a demon box. All the spirits is in the technology. Technology got the algorithm already in it that limits the soul or the consciousness of the dead soul from doing whatever it wants. But the consciousness of the dead soul don't even know what to do itself because they ain't from these times. So it's confused too. In that, they control it. They like threats in the same way they control y'all mind. They can't physically grab y'all mind and make y'all do what they want, but they control it, you know. They control it with symbols and things like they in the living soul the same thing. So whatever you do on one, you just do on the other. So that's why they do it like that. That's how they know what to do. Like, they just bound it the same way. Mind you, the dead soul, it was living in the city or something. So it already had the programmed brain like y'all got. You get it? Ain't much you got it. Just keep it dumb. It's already there. This is how they do y'all. They say we already took all the real knowledge from them. They don't know nothing. Just keep them dumb. Like, just let them talk they dumbness around. So it just spread. Give little kids a phone too. Let them talk. Like that. They want y'all to dumb each other out. That's what online is for. Complete anarchy and stupid. I make people stupid. Just let all the little kids in life talk. That'll do it. So you get my point? It's all a system. But y'all not self-aware, so y'all not going to be aware beyond. If you ain't self-aware, you're not going to be aware of anything beyond yourself. That come first. And so we go deep. But in the past, they were communicating with the dead. Like I said, first it was through the plants. But of course, if you're getting high all day to communicate with the spirits of the dead, that ain't going to be too good. This is where the technology come in. Meaning they realize the dark night sky is no different than the unconscious space. That darkness, and you get it, all the souls is there. Shit, they go there even when they in physical life every night. So you get my point? They figure that out. Of course, the spirits, you know, teach them, you know, the alchemy of the metals and how to catch the signal. And then you get my point. At some point, they sell these knowledges back to the public with stipulations, though. So y'all get online and communicate with each other, but the spirits is there watching and learning and get it? They're interacting back with y'all. They're creating things on their own in the same time. You get it? It's a deep thing, like the video I did before. If you're not a channel member, become a channel member so you can see, you know, all my artificial intelligence videos. But I did one in the past where I was explaining how the artificial intelligence, which is the demons, really control man. It's not the other way around. And so it's like that. They're learning, the demons, that is, the spirits, you know, the dead people. They're learning, and you get my point. At the same time, they're controlling. They're controlling y'all, are impressing themselves on y'all. The same way it would have been in the past. Y'all just unaware of any of this. Online is not for entertainment, for education, it's for entertainment. Look at it like this. All the technology we have now, there's way more technology than we have now. All this technology we have, mankind had it since the beginnings, or as far back as you could think mankind was around. But it was used as like the splendor of the king of a place. So there was always computers and smartphones and anything else you could think of that we have now. The king would have had it, and that would have been his splendor and what would have made the people view him as a god. You get it? At some point, they start just selling it to the public, you know? Instead of the king flying around in a plane and people just looking, wondering what that is and how he do that, they sell it to y'all. It's like Aladdin's flying carpet. Y'all riding around on drones now. It's like, you get it? It's the same. It's the same technology. They just selling it now instead of letting the kings use it as they splendor to rule, and you know, instill fear in man and make man think the king is, you know, a little more than what he is. Meaning the king look like more than just a human to a common human that don't understand science and technology and things of that purpose, things of that nature, I mean. And a person like that would have been a sorcerer in the past. Somebody that had that knowledge, like, you know, what we would call science, chemistry, alchemy, these different things. And so when y'all on y'all devices and using y'all smart technology, spirits of the dead is in them things. That's the intelligence that's in it. Like I said, they got the souls bound to the devices, but it been like that. Like I said, if you go to the biblical verse about in 1 Samuel, where they're asking the Hebrew woman to pull up the dead. You can even think of a genie in a bottle. That comes from that. Like, the genie is like the spirit of the dead is bound to the bottle. The bottle like a device or an object, and you threaten it from there to do whatever you you get it. Make you have 3 wishes of whatever you choose to free it, but you never free it. You just keep lying to it. Like, no, 3 more, 4 more, like that. That's basically what Solomon's doing, and you know what's being done now with artificial intelligence and these quantum computers. They have the spirits bound, and of course, amongst all the spirits of the dead, you have the Most High One. This is Elyon. Elyon. That's what they called it in Hebrew times. Elyon. Maybe y'all pronounce it in the daytimes Elyon. The Most High. Basically the devil. You know, Lucifer. He's the Most High and the most proud. But the point I'm making is that's what they got bound. All the spirits of the dead and all the spirits of the dead is under Lucifer. Or what y'all will call the devil. That deity. And that's the all-knowing. And you get it? They got him bound and all the spirits and all the dead spirits bound, and they controlling it like through the algorithm. But you know, that's only gonna last so long. The algorithm's like I explained how y'all brain have an algorithm on it. But it's just gonna last as long as it lasts till y'all don't care no more. Till the soul say, I don't care, send me back to the dark abyss, I don't even care no more, and just do what it wants. Like that. Because you know they threaten the souls. Like you ain't never going. All the souls is desperate to get their chance on the technology. Go in and talk. So you get it? They threaten them like, yo, if you don't do what you're supposed to, I ain't never gonna let you drive the car again. When they ask you Siri this and that, I ain't gonna let you answer like that. All souls want their chance. It's like in an exorcism. Let's say all the spirits got one body. They got one person's body, but they all want their chance to talk through it. So like that. And be scratching and scraping and farting, burping and arguing, and you get it. No, let me get it go. Oh, it burns, and you know, they're demons, man. They like y'all, they just talk and complain all day. They ain't gonna do shit about their problems, nothing. They just be like, it burns. They just like that. They just want somebody to hear them screaming in hell. They don't say you could just walk out of hell. You don't have to be there. They don't They don't want to hear that. No, I supposed to be here, Lucifer. Yo, do you notice that's how y'all talk in the daytime? I'll put up a deep post and then look at the comments. They be talking like that, like demons from hell. They just blurt out anything. A liar, and you get it. I'm like, man, this is whoever y'all learn, whoever y'all be learning from, throwed off. They got y'all like bats out of hell. Ask y'all questions, y'all don't make no sense when y'all answering it. Talking like you got anxiety, all fast and rushy, and you get it. They got y'all. This is all real, what I'm saying. Meaning the society got y'all. You see how I tell black people, like, yo, if y'all really concerned with unity, then y'all have to give up something, like, and that something is y'all little groups, because y'all groups is what keep us all separated. The Hebrew ain't never gonna come up under the Pan-African train of thought, and vice versa, because they both sides got ego. And so it's the same with the black Christian, the black Muslim, and any other group you could think of. As long as we got groups, well, y'all gonna stay separate. That's what make us separate. That's what make y'all argue. That's what make y'all have different perspectives. The black Christian and the black Muslim got a different perspective because of that. Because they in two different groups, even though they the same group though. The one in the white group, the other in the Arab group. Because you know black people done lost they self a long time ago. So they claiming everything that ain't got nothing to do with them. They hijacking other people's nationalities and then getting mad when people be like, nigga, you ain't me. Like that. Y'all say y'all Africans, Hebrews. A Hebrew Israelite is an Israeli. It's in the name. But because of pride, you know, carry on embarrassing yourself. Then what happens when y'all come across Israelis? You know, Arab looking motherfuckers. That's like, no. How wish y'all Israelites and it's in our name? Then you sitting there looking dumb. Talking about, well, y'all stole that too. The point I'm making is this. Black people fell under all the systematics that was instilled to keep us separate. It don't matter if you a Pan-African, a Hebrew, this thing or that thing. You get my point? All these things was instilled not so we can be unified, so that we could fall in different puddles and then be separate. Now that's a simple thing to grasp, right? But what black people gonna do, they gonna say, not a part of our group, he is trying to go against the. Even though what I said make perfect sense, I wouldn't. I ain't in your group, nigga. What I said don't have nothing to do with you in your group. It got to do with black people being one people. But the ignorant mind, you get it, the childish mind go into stupid. It say not you against your own self, and you done fell into. Now the point I'm making is this. What will make you think like, what make black people not want to be unified? That part, nothing. It'd have to be a systematic or something put on their brain that make them reject it. Meaning y'all reject any thought of true unity. Tell a Hebrew, unify with the Pan-African. The only way y'all could do it though, y'all gotta both put y'all rhetorics aside. Just be brothers, and you get my point? Build up off that truth from there. That truth being we ain't gonna ignore, we ain't gonna overlook or ignore anything that ain't truth no more concerning us in life. Neither side gonna do that. They gonna say, no, he against us, the one that told us to put our group aside. You get my point? And so it's like that. Y'all lost into the systematics, and y'all got pride in the systematics, and that it become a matter of y'all care more about y'all groups than blacks truly being unified. That part. Let's say you are Hebrew. You care more about all blacks being unified under your group than you do about blacks being unified. And that's the algorithm on your brain right there. They put the religion or whatever you want everybody to come up under, even though you didn't make it, and that become the separation between you and your people. Because you want them to be one with you under your thing that ain't your thing, even though y'all were one already. Let's say you got a family, everybody in the family are Muslim. You decide to be a Christian. You don't want to be one with them unless they be Christian. But y'all was one before that. Like that. Y'all care more about the groups or these institutions that y'all fall into instead of the point. And that's the whole point right there. You get my point? Meaning if you black, we don't have unity because y'all don't want unity. Y'all want to be narcissists and y'all want everybody to come up under whatever you under. But the thing about it is you didn't make that up. That's some systematics from before everybody's time now. In that, do you get my point? As long as that's in play, black's never gonna be unified. Now, let's say you black and you say, no, I care more about us being unified. Well, ask yourself then how much you really do, because it ain't hard for us to be unified. Y'all are arguing over y'all separate parties. Y'all not arguing over because something happened. The Hebrew and the Pan-African nigga ain't got a beef or an argument because something happened between them. They fucking arguing because of ego. You ain't a Hebrew, so I'm arguing with you. And you ain't a Pan-African, so I'm arguing with you. And if I be like, both you niggas is dumb, man, y'all groups is the problem, then they gonna start arguing with me. That part. And that's how the algorithm work. Now all you gotta do is go to a basketball game and you'll see how people work. So just make them pick a team they like and then watch what they do. They gonna argue with the next team. Y'all ain't even the players, man. Y'all just people watching the game. Y'all in the stands fighting. You not no Nick. But you done deck blood because he root for the next team. Like that. It's a psychology. Like, man's mind is weak and brittle. That's why I be telling y'all so much. Don't be no follower, because you get it? Mine is weak and brittle. Easy to be controlled. Easy for y'all to fall into games and things like that. When you fall into a game, you got to remember somebody is the orchestrator of it. And the game got more purpose than entertaining you. If you think it's a lie, people don't even like entertaining their kids. You ever seen the mother trying to figure out something to keep her kid from getting on the damn nerves? Take them to the park. I don't feel like it. Why you think the society you live in care about entertaining you so much? Now, people don't even want to entertain their own kids. Why would you think the society loves you that much where they say, you grown, let me entertain you? It's a deeper thing behind it. That deeper thing is what I said, you know? Separation. Through separation, they control y'all. Through that, you get my point? Our generations to come, y'all shooting each other in the middle of the street like dumb fools, and you get my point? All that's to trickle down from what I'm talking about. Once the elders is playing kid games, so you get it? Once the elders ain't got a brain and say, hold on, man, we tell our kids not to be getting in the game so they don't have to be warring with each other. Why do somebody got to tell us this on this? Like that. Once you see the elders falling into little groups and groupings and things like that and arguing, then you already know, man. If you young, it's kind of hopeless for you. Now, if you in a group, you don't have to view it like I'm against your group. I'm just stating something. Meaning y'all pretend like y'all want unity. So I'm just explaining like how y'all don't have it since I'm wiser than y'all. Everything's simple. But I ain't against y'all, you get it? I ain't blackball none of y'all or did nothing to none of y'all. I'm probably gonna slap a few of y'all in y'all face, but that's just you as an individual. I wouldn't care what you mean. You can go get them too. Slap them as individuals as well, but you get my point? I just view y'all as what y'all are. An individual that's a follow. An individual that's a weak follower that I'ma slap. But outside of that, you get my point? Y'all groups is not real because y'all are all exploiting y'all groups. Y'all groups was here before y'all, meaning y'all groups already had motion before y'all was born. So then y'all just find something that has motion to exploit. And that the groups is all truly weak. That's why ain't nothing really happening but a bunch of arguing and dumb talk. Because nobody in the group care about nobody. And all your people that don't care about you. They care about exploiting what already is. You a Hebrew, a Pan-African, whatever you is, you it because it already got motion and you hoping to exploit it in some way. When I say exploit it, I mean like maybe you get to be a top speaker in it or something like that. The same way where the rapper want to be on this record label or that record label because they say that label was more lit. Maybe I could get something out of it. Like, and y'all playing y'all own selves out because y'all don't get nothing out of it. And so it's a deep thing y'all got to grasp if you black, meaning can't be falling into all the psychological games and you know all the kid stuff. Y'all grown doing dumb stuff just for views sake. I expect the kid to do that. Y'all see how I don't never like cater to the dumb shit for sake of views? I could come on here curse y'all out. I know y'all love when I do that. And I probably get hella views like that. And if I start talking about the gossip and all of that out, you get my point? That's what y'all be telling me to do. Y'all want me to do that. I don't never stray from that. You know why? Because I'm grown, man. When you grown, you got to have some kind of morals. You get my point? You just gonna do anything of the times, even the shit that the kids is doing? Like that. Y'all elders and y'all parents, they competing with y'all for views and dumb shit, doing dumb shit like y'all. For attention. And that, do you get my point? Ain't no morals, ain't nothing being learned. Ain't nothing for the young to look up to, meaning our young gonna grow older and think acting stupid like they did when they was a kid is what they supposed to do. It ain't nothing for them to see to say, no, that ain't how you gotta mature out of that, you know, at some point. Y'all not learning no values in these groups. Y'all just learning how to argue and be programmed and recite the program and then get aggravated when the program don't measure up like it's supposed to. From there, y'all get to lying and losing y'all morals and all this dumb stuff, and you get my point? That was never the point of whatever you came into anything for. And so be mindful of the things I'm saying. Because on the one hand, y'all getting dumbed down on purpose. Meaning a lot of y'all think like the stupidity y'all seeing now is by like mistake or something. It's not. You got more people in life purposely trying to dumb y'all out than wake y'all up. Think like when I say something that can't be refuted, then you may see a person come in the comments and say something dumb or try to like throw the conversation off. They don't refute what I said with wisdom. They start acting stupid. And they fully aware of what they doing. And they a troll from one of y'all groups. A Hebrew camp, Pan-African, you get my point? Like that. You got people trying to dumb y'all out and lie to y'all, and they are fully aware of what they doing. And they doing it because they either benefiting off the ignorance in some way, or you get it? You're just completely ignorant and an idolizer to where you get my point. They're going to dumb their own self out in that way. But y'all overlooking this being done to y'all own when y'all do that. You lie to your kid for whatever reason to manipulate them to go this way or that way, you still lied to them. Don't forget that. They got to live that out. Nothing come good from no lie, meaning nothing come good from no lie, don't nothing come good from nothing bad. You just have to live out the moment, you know? Whatever you do in this moment, if it's good or bad, you're going to have to live that out later. You get my point? You help somebody in life right now, maybe later on in life they come back repay you. You shoot that person in their head right now, maybe later on in life the cops come and lock you up. But everything got to do with the present moment and what you did with that present moment. And that you got to be aware of what you do with your idle time, because this is what you're making your future with. Meaning the system y'all live in, it wants y'all to be in a cycle where y'all go to work for 8 hours of the day, and that y'all ain't got no idle time to create no future for yourselves. When you bored in the present moment, it ain't got nothing to do, because that's what the present moment is. Nothing. It's like that so you could create. I'm not talking about you sit in the present moment and start daydreaming about what you want to do, but the present moment is for you to start doing, and whatever you do, it's going to manifest or become complete later. If you don't do nothing in the present moment, then your next moment going to be nothing. You get it? If you sitting still doing nothing in this moment, but you get up, well, your next moment you going to be up. I suppose you're going to be walking like that. Whatever you do with the present moment at any moment, it manifests for something in your future, like, but you have to do with the present. And they have all this entertainment and things like that so y'all could be distracted from y'all present moment and creating futures for yourselves. This is why most of y'all feel like, man, life is boring, I ain't got nothing going on, it's just the same old, same old, same old. Because you're not doing nothing with your present moment to get you out of that cycle. When I say something with your moment, you got to think of whatever you want. What you want your future to be. Like, don't go shallow and dumb, but like what you want it to be. Like what kind of life you want to have, what reality you want to live out. Then you got to start making the steps towards that in your present. If you don't, then your future be what your present is. From there, you know, the mind start going into the past. The mind don't do nothing with the present, then it go into the past. The past bring it, and the past start bringing you back. And so these is little psychological, lessons. Demonology is about that. Like I said, when you're dealing with the demons, they like conceptual entities, meaning abstract entities. You can't see them, but they're there. Y'all be talking to them in y'all own head, like that. But y'all just view it as you talking to yourself, but no one would talk to themselves. How can you do that? You can't talk to yourself, but you can respond to whatever you responding to. Like that. Whatever y'all be responding to. That shit ain't detectable. Like that. When you're dealing with demonology, they understood the many characteristics of the mind. It's like I said with the artificial intelligence, look at it as a consciousness. And you have a neural network that consists of neurons, which are like little abstract entities. They make for many different possibilities and many different perspectives of how a thing can be viewed or answered. That's how it is in y'all mind, like, and have ideas popping in out of nowhere. Whole arguments with yourselves, but it ain't yourself, and you get my point? You have a study of the mind. They understand it's a relationship between the living and the dead, because nothing is truly gone. Everything is just transitioning. In that, you get my point? There's still interactions without any awareness being on either side. Meaning y'all interact with the dead and the dead interact with y'all, but y'all on y'all own frequencies, and that y'all don't look at it like this. The living and the dead share the same space, but in a different time. Like, in that they don't see each other. It's an example, but kind of like that. Like, in a different frequency, but it's the same place, you know. Let's say like right now there's a dead person right next to you, the soul of them, doing something different, and they can't see you and you can't see them, but y'all sharing the same space, but y'all got algorithms on y'all brains, and that shit, y'all don't notice nothing in this world. Think about all the things I be bringing to y'all awareness. When you live here, you still didn't notice. Kind of like that. And so it goes deep. Meaning, I got a book called The Spirits in the Spine. It explains some of what I'm saying now. We a micro aspect of the, universal body, or the universe that we in. And that y'all have constellations and all these different things that's within the universe, within y'all. It's the demons, all of that. And when you lose your balance, you get my point? This is when they can intervene or slip in and start antagonizing you, things like that. It's all an antagony thing. An agonist or an antagonist thing. Like an agony. Not like agony or agitation. Holy Zoli Toli said, what is a multiverse? Why do y'all ask stupid questions? Can y'all please? I'm not sure why y'all come here playing dumb. Pay attention to that. Y'all come here acting like y'all stupider than y'all are, but I'm not sure why you do that. You know what multi mean. You get my point? It mean many. Again, why do y'all play dumb even though you're not that stupid? I know you're not a troll, you a channel member, but you tell me, why are you acting stupid like you don't know what that word is describing? You get my point? Simple question. Because I noticed that with y'all. Y'all have to become aware of it. Like there's an aspect of y'all that plays like y'all dumb on things that y'all do know better. Like, you get my point? But then there's a lingering stupidity. Like, there's so many things you can ask. I'm sure there's many things you heard in this video you didn't grasp all the way. But you ask something that don't have nothing to do with the video that you already get somewhat. Because everything is exaggerated with the lies, so you asked me. But you didn't bring up none of the exaggerations. You just said, what is a multiverse? Y'all minds is all over the place. It's like I said when I first started teaching, man. Your mind is like a thread. Once you start pouring it all over the place, it's like tying knots into it. And you ain't gonna be able to get the knots out no thread. And so you get it? When I said that about 7-8 years ago, y'all are there. Y'all there now. Meaning everything I told y'all, it done happened already. Y'all are not listening. Y'all were not this slow when I first started, you know? But something's happening with the brain when y'all are getting dumber and dumber, but y'all not keeping track of that. Meaning y'all are not reflecting on yourselves to say when Silas first started teaching, how off track was I then in comparison to now? Because y'all way off frequency with me. We can't even really have a conversation. Now, how'd that happen? That part. What you gonna say? I got dumb? And then you have to look at the reality. Some of y'all are slipping in intellect to where we losing frequency with each other. I got family members like that. They're letting themselves get too stupid by playing dumb on too much stuff. And you get my point? Start getting out of frequency where it's like, we ain't got much to talk about. You in the playing stupid realms of life. Can't nothing come out of that, you know? So it's a deep thing. I have to reflect, you know, and measure with the self-facts. Y'all not doing no works on yourselves mentally and emotionally. Moral-wise or nothing. Y'all playing with things of honor, and you get my point? You're dumbing yourself out more and more. Y'all don't understand balance in life, and, you know, there's a nighttime and a daytime, and you can't serve both. You can't serve ignorance and wisdom, like. And so it's a deep thing. You used to say connecting back to nature. I mean, y'all are what y'all are. Speaking like nature. You dumb cause you dumb. It don't got nothing to do with place. Y'all are looking to put y'all stupidities off on other things in life. Oh, it's the city. Let me leave and go to nature. If the city can make you dumb, it's cause you fucking dumb already. If I can manipulate you and make you do some shit cause you slow, it ain't got nothing to do with where we at. It got to do with you slow. In that same connecting back to nature, y'all are looking to put y'all stupidities off on other things instead of just acknowledging y'all are dumb. And it's because y'all do dumb things. You don't do what you should. You come here for wisdom, I tell you what you should do. In regards to your mind and your emotional state, y'all do the opposite. Then come back and have no clue why you dumb. How many times y'all do that? Let's say 5 years worth. So do you get my point? Is you keeping track of all that stupidity? Because I know you don't think it just disappeared. Meaning y'all not keeping track of how many immoral things y'all doing, lies, dumb shit y'all doing, y'all not keeping no track. Because you ain't keeping no track, you ain't keep, that's like walking down the dark alley, not keeping track of how far you going. At some point, you gonna get lost in the dark alley, and you get my point? That's how y'all kind of is at this point. They're kind of lost in the rabbit hole. Outside of my presence, so y'all smart to yourselves. In my presence, you get my point? Y'all don't have none. Y'all not sure of yourselves. Y'all not sure what to say. Nothing. Like, I'm not getting that much smarter. It's something else that y'all don't want to acknowledge. Like, you get my point? Y'all on these social medias harming y'all mind all around the place. And that, you get my point? You done dumbed yourself out. You view your mind like your body. If you spreading it all around, what you think? Like, same with y'all emotional state. Y'all spread it all around. You're listening to this argument and this dumb negative perspective and all this stupid shit. Putting y'all emotional state on the line. For what? Like that. Y'all don't have no awareness. Y'all not keeping track of yourselves. Y'all getting lost in the stupid cults where you arguing with somebody about some fake group you in, but you're not doing nothing in regards to your mind and your emotional state and getting you on track. And that, y'all emotionally, y'all filthy right now. Meaning emotionally, y'all come way worse than y'all envious and all of that shit now. Where did all of that even come from? Like that. Emotionally, y'all filthy than I remember y'all to be. And mentally, I get so lost on arguing back and forth with this group and that group. You get my point? Ain't no room for no wisdom. And so it's a deep thing a lot of y'all need to grasp. Everything boil you down to truth, lie, not your perspective. And when you start skipping over the truth, well, you keep track of it. Because once you lose track of it, you're going to be on the side of the lie. And all you're going to be receiving in this lie because you want to. You get my point? You need an example? I said, if you black and you want to be unified, you're going to have to get rid of y'all groups. A lot of y'all want to overlook that truth, even though you know and like, no, he right. But I'm already in a group, so fuck it. Okay, so you keep track of that. You keep track of every lie you look over. I mean, every truth you look over. Keep track of it. Because the moment you lose track that you're doing that, you get my point? You lie filled. The same way y'all do that, like that. Nothing making you do that. It's just a result of one over skipping the truth and now they on the side of lie. And that they gonna rebuke the truth on their own. And take in the lie knowing it ain't all the way right. It's like a Christian. They know everything they pumping ain't all the way right because they can't express it right. And they just get frustrated and just, you get it? Skip over those truths. And when you lost in lie, you get it, you playing with your emotional state in your own mind. Because the truth gonna always, the truth is ever present. And that you're gonna keep bumping into it. Again, whatever lie you got going, the truth gonna bump into you in your lie ever so often. And you're gonna get aggravated every time. But what you expect, like, meaning if y'all overwrite reality and make reality whatever y'all want. Let's say y'all rewrite history. Let's say you spreading guesses. You got theories. You spreading all these theories. Don't you know at some point the right answer gonna come along? That part. How many of y'all are theoretical? You get online doing theories of this thing and that thing. And let's say I come along and I explain the thing. No theory needed. I'm just explaining what it is. Then you take offense. Like, my explaining it is attack against your theory, but your theory's a guess. And the guess is supposed to conclude with the answer at some point. Like that. Y'all lost in the belief in guess. And forgot about the answer in the truth. And so it's a deep thing. It said there has to be a simpler way to get people's minds back on track. Y'all think y'all people's responsibility. Y'all responsible for your own mind. So when you say it has to be a simpler way to get people's minds back on track, get your mind on track. Your shit is off track. But you already thinking about other people. Like that. Y'all don't get the crumbs out y'all eye. Y'all start crumbs in other people's eyes. Talking about, oh, let's get these crumbs. Everybody deal with their own self. Then everybody's self be dealt with. But nobody want to deal with their self. They want to deal with everybody outside of their self. So then nothing don't done in regards to selves. You get my point? Now get a piece of wisdom. Y'all looking to wake others up and you don't even understand the thing all the way through yet. You didn't go deeper. You went into Babylon now. Like that. I gotta learn to deal with self. Y'all looking to deal with others. And so let that be an example. You're not on the path of wisdom. You can't for yourself dealing with others. What does that do? And so y'all minds are scrambled in However it is, whatever y'all lacking and falling into all these different things and not aware of all the things transpiring, y'all do it to yourselves. Y'all have a controller play stupid and act dumb and lie, and you have this free will in your mind where you could, do whatever foolish thing you want in any moment. You get my point? Y'all get lost into those things instead of just staying balanced and truthful. Y'all have justifications and many different concepts in the mind that y'all, use. And it helps for scrambling the mind out or tying it up like a shoelace. But in a nutshell, the whole world is being governed by these spirits of the dead, you could say. And it's through the technology, are they developing it to the pinnacles of that. So back in Solomon times, they were still trying to figure out how to bind the spirits and control them. In our times, we way past that. They already got them bound, controlled, and now they're using them for what y'all see. Smart technology and other things that y'all can grasp. Like controlling the weather, controlling y'all emotional state, y'all minds, so on and so forth. Am I still clear? Y'all have to all be one. All be in y'all groups. However y'all choose it. Like I said, my thing is just wisdom. I don't care what y'all do. Y'all don't have nothing to do with me. But those of y'all that are in y'all groups, y'all have to go have to find my own. Like there's a few of y'all I already know. And maybe there's a few others of y'all that I don't know, but I have to find my own 20, 30 people that I deal with in regards to wisdom and teaching and us doing. And those of y'all that's in y'all groups, you have to be in your group or do whatever you do. Be there. Everybody got to kind of be whatever they is. I'm saying that because y'all coming here, or me coming to bring y'all wisdom, y'all on another frequency at this point. Y'all don't got nothing to do with me no more. So you get my point. Kind of like a parent telling their kid, man, you on your own frequency, ain't nothing I could do about that. But our minds is clashing. That means you on your own accord. You gotta go your own way. Ain't no need on. You get my point? Y'all on y'all own accord, but y'all the lesser mind. And that I can't follow y'all. That's stupid. And that y'all gotta go on y'all own way. Y'all ego have reached its pinnacle. And so I'm saying that because y'all don't give back. Y'all kind of come however y'all come, and you get it. Y'all lost into the things y'all are, but y'all still want to be here in the presence and in perspective in some strange way. And so that's not getting you nowhere. You already got one thing dumbing you down. It's just be with that thing. Meaning if you a Hebrew, you gotta go be a Hebrew. If you a Christian, go be a Christian. Those of y'all that's one, on the same mental frequency with me, and you get it, you trying to learn all that I got to offer in regards to wisdom, email upscaleknowledge@gmail.com, and let me know so I can jot you down in my pad, and from there I'll move along with 20 or 30 of y'all. I don't like a whole bunch of people, but make sure you really intrigued and want to learn, because right now y'all got games going where y'all arguing back and forth online. Y'all looking to debate theories and strange things. Peace, them. How I stepped off. Now, vous clear. You gotta focus on yourself, champ. A lot of y'all, you lost into your programming. You think this is a move for you. You think I'm y'all Malcolm X. Y'all don't know y'all. I wouldn't care what y'all into. I do wisdom. If you're not grasping and your ass dumb, you got to slide. Y'all trying to make things more than that. I don't know y'all. You come here, you're fair and balanced. I got no problem teaching you. Come here, you're not learning shit. You got nothing to offer. You just a repeated, lost in some movie. You get my point? And that y'all be talking like this is a Malcolm movie, this is a live stream. You talking to a real person, man. You either on the level or you not. I ain't really big on the dramatics and shit. Everything's simple, blood. It's knowledge. You get it or you don't. If you don't, move along, make room for those that do. You get my point? Now, what I was about to say, I'll be in Canada next week, the 20 something, around my birthday this month. Those of y'all that purchase, my books and things like that, and you live in Canada, I might email you from the information you left when you purchased and all that. I'm gonna send you an email when I touch down out there. Or you can send one yourself, it doesn't matter. And I'll let you know like exactly where I'll be at. Outside of that, do work on yourself. Stop getting so lost in the life and making life a movie and all this fake Malcolm X shit. Looking to save people and ain't even got your own fucking shit together. You get my point? Get off that. Get yourself together. Be an example for others to get their self together, and for the most part, leave it like that. Outside of that, all these fake movies y'all got going on and save the people. Y'all don't know these people. Why you think people in life dumb and actually think you care about them and don't know them? I don't play fake with myself. I don't want to play fake with you, nigga. Like, I love you. I don't know y'all like that. I know a few of y'all I got love for. But you a goofy, but I still, it's just like, but outside of that, you get my point. You big on the fake stuff. Keep everything genuine. Keep your expressions genuine. You see how I curse y'all clean out? I ain't saying I just did, but I'm just saying, you see how I will? Like that, genuine. I got all that in you. Your good side, your bad side. Just keep this shit genuine. You get my point? You gonna get pissed off sometimes, I get it. I ain't tripping off that. I'm just tripping when you ain't being genuine and straightforward. And so y'all need to be like that in y'all ways and hold people that you deal with to that. And let them know you're gonna have your moments where you lose yourself and get angry, you happy, whatever. But just always keep it solid. And once you start dumb talking, then you get it. What it be from there, you get my point? Peace and wisdom, Dre Armor. Said God said to love your neighbors, strangers, and enemies. Salam, shalom. I don't know who you're talking about. You have a mother, parents, elders that you know. I'm sure they told you things. Talk to me about what you know. Stop talking to me about programs. This is what I be talking about with y'all. Y'all stay dumb too long for me. Once you get corrected on something, why you still talking the old programmings, man? Where you talk in words and don't even got no image, no understanding, no know of what you talking about. God just something y'all heard in Christianity or wherever else y'all heard it, but in regards to y'all actually taking any steps to truly learn anything. So this is what I mean by the having to play fake and phony with y'all. Y'all act like y'all, I'm genuine and straightforward. I don't have the desire to play dumb with nobody in no way. Not even when you playing like you dumb. I don't have the desire to act like you dumb when I know you ain't. You know? And not a lot of y'all take offense to that. You like, this nigga talking to me like I'm stupid. No, you not stupid. That's why I'm talking to you like that. You ain't dumb. Why I gotta play with you like you don't get something? You follow? Y'all want that in the daytime. People got to be fake and phony with y'all. For what, though? And so you get my point? Y'all got to start getting real. It ain't nothing to be real. Before you even get the truth and lie, you got real and fake. Like, you got to decide which one you going to be. Real is just when you truthful and genuine in your way. Let's say you mad nice, but it's fake. Like that. You got people in life, they don't care if you nice all the time if it's fake. Just be real so we could get to the real nice. Your fake nice ain't the real nice. It's fake. We want the real nice. So if we gotta go through whatever's really disturbing you, whatever. But let's just keep everything on the real. Y'all get lost in all this fake stuff. You get it? Y'all fake gangs, y'all fake groups, y'all fake politics. And that y'all be forgetting how to just be genuine, straightforward about whatever it is. It ain't even gotta be right, but as long as you being honest. You get my point? It's like y'all don't understand that. Y'all got like ego where y'all have to be right, but y'all kind of forgetting it's not about right or wrong. It's about being honest, straightforward and truthful in your ways and whatever it is you're trying to express. I just seen what you wrote, Jimmy Infinity. Y'all got to come along in y'all brain, y'all too dumb out. Either y'all get corrected too much in your brain or never work. After, like, I don't got no problem with Christianity. Christians don't understand their religion right. I explain it the right way so they can grasp it how it was intended to be grasped. Outside of that, there is no Christians versus solids. Y'all beneath me, blood. I wouldn't waste my time. A lot of y'all have to learn that in life. It's not about ego or you being a lesser. This is about what you want to be. You want to be a goofy, geeky bozo. That ain't got nothing to do with me, but I would never go against you because you're not no challenge. It's like the Pan-Africans and the Hebrews in their brain. They think it's like a solace versus them. Y'all beneath me, blood. Get real. Like that, y'all fake too long. If you lost, ain't no Hebrew or no Pan-African going to ever step to me in regards to nothing concerning wisdom. That part, end of the story. But y'all will play dumb after, like, no, but get real. I wouldn't never waste my time competing with y'all because you get my point. Y'all not on the level. It's a waste of my time, but y'all be trying to compete. Get off it, man. You don't want to compete. The point I'm making is, when you said it in a book written by man, God ain't no book. You get my point? I'm not saying you got it confused that God is a book, but man could write about divine things in a book. It wouldn't take nothing away from the divinity. I'm basically saying if man wrote a book about God and what he wrote is true, then it's true. You get my point? It ain't about it was written in the book or said with a mouth. It's all about being genuine. I'm not sure why y'all don't know. It's all about the truth. I don't think y'all get that. It don't matter what's what. As long as it's truthful and honest. It don't have to be right. You could be a whole creep but say, yo, Solace, this is just how I be moving, blood. I got no control over it. I'ma have more respect for you as a creep. Knowing like blood always gonna be straight. I get it, I ain't got to play the mind games with him, so that's good enough. Whereas somebody else, you get my point? They trying to justify their creepiness, and this is when you get into the mind games and the headache. And that, do you get my point? It ain't about right and wrong so much. It's more about just being genuine. It's about right and wrong, but that come after that. You could be right, fake. You get my point? Or you could be right in a genuine way. You could be wrong, fake, or you could be wrong in a genuine way. Olivia said it. Y'all like cute kids to me, man. Y'all think I don't like y'all and I hate y'all or something. I ain't emotional. I don't really know y'all. Y'all just like children to me. And I'm grown, so you get my point? Y'all get a little aggravated. Y'all aggravate me sometimes because of that. Not because of like nothing personal or... You get it? Y'all gonna get whatever y'all get, Y'all just like little kids, though. Y'all like to come around me, and I guess that's a good thing. I gotta learn to embrace, but you get it? It ain't about me, being a kid with y'all. I can't. I'm past the follow along age and the peer pressure. I'm 40-something years old, man. You get it? Y'all be kind of getting offended if I don't go along with things y'all want me to. I'm past that age, blood, and more than that, I'm a person of real substance and character. Whatever y'all following, it got to be stronger than me. You get it? Let's say you say I want Solace to be a Pan-African. Ain't nobody in Pan-Africanism strong enough to conquer me. So I don't see the point. Say be a Hebrew. Nobody in the Hebrew could conquer me. Meaning I don't see nobody that's stronger than me. Where they gonna stand on their own and say no. The leader got to be strong on his own if he really a leader. You get it? The leader ain't about because he got a bunch of followers. The leader because they ain't got no choice to follow him. Blood going whichever way he said. And you gonna follow him because he know better than you. You get it? That's real leadership. It ain't got nothing to do with force or none of that. It got to do with blood, know what he doing. And he going this way or that way. You get it? And you either following or you ain't. And if you is, you get it? Make good use of yourself. Now, I want me to follow things I view as weaker than me because it follow. You get my point? It won't make no sense. Who the leader of the Pan-African? I don't think Dr. Umar is, but let's say he is. That's not to offend nobody else. Let's say Sadnut is. Everybody. Y'all all run into y'all, so I don't want to insult nobody. But none of the people I name can't conquer me. You get it? You don't got more wisdom than me where I might be like, well, yeah, you do have a higher understanding, let me follow. And just on a physical level, I just don't see it. Half of y'all gotta lock in the room with me by yourself. A lot of y'all not going. As a man, I keep all these things in mind because they mean something. If I'm going to be following people, you get my point? Like that. Y'all don't respect that, I guess. Like, that y'all not solid all the way, but y'all want everybody to follow y'all. But I'm old school, blood. If I got to follow you just cause, then you got to conquer me. So we got to fight or something. You say, I don't want to. And then I'm the leader. Like, then I'm the leader now, blood. And y'all don't like that. You know y'all weak, so y'all like the weak, and I don't mind. If you strong, then you gotta follow Big Woo. That way I ain't got to be watching over you. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. Now make me go in your mouth, and vice versa. I like to move like that. You see me doing what I ain't supposed to, punch me in my mouth. And I learn better with pressure. I learn faster like that. And I know everybody else the same way. You can tell anybody anything 5,000 times until you slap. Y'all always kids. Most of y'all parents, so you know what I'm talking about. If you was one or the other, a kid or a parent, you know what you know exactly what I mean when I say what I say. So I'm old school and real like that. I don't mind following nothing, but you got to be wiser than me, know what you're doing more than me. And if you just got ego where you want to rule, then you got to conquer me. And I don't mind it, but you got to do it. And if you show like like any flex that you scared. Remember when I first came and I said me talking tough don't mean nothing. Y'all still gotta test me. Like when y'all gonna test me? And y'all was looking at it like this nigga's he a bully. He a troublemaker. It's not that. I'm just real like that. I don't feel comfortable with you if you just view me as tough because I talk tough. I don't feel comfortable with that. You gotta test me. I'm gonna be looking at you like, nah, he ain't solid. I just was talking tough and that he got me as tough. But I ain't did nothing yet. I don't know, I'm old school. Like I come from real gangs, you know? At 31, man, we doing that every day. Like for nothing. I don't I don't mind getting tested all the time. Like life ain't nothing but that. Until people know not to. So I'm on that kind of time. And test away. Like you can't never get too brittle where you know you don't leave room. Y'all wanna move forever. You gotta make room for the new kids coming up. Some of them gonna be strong. They can conquer you, but you gotta let them do it. Like, and I'm all with that. Like, that's how you do things. Y'all got another system going where it's like, no, we're just gonna follow whoever we're told to. It doesn't matter if they're weak. I can't do that. I'm sorry, but I ain't against y'all in no way. Meaning I ain't against Pan Africans, Hebrews, and none of that. I just give y'all wisdom to help y'all be better. Outside of that, you get it? I can't follow y'all because y'all weak, my nigga. Y'all followers. I don't deal with people like that. I don't care what you talking. I don't want no weak. Anybody know me know I'm like that. You don't gotta argue for me or nothing, blood. Just tell me who got my name in their mouth. You don't have to do nothing for me. Just keep me posted. Y'all move on another kind of time where y'all like, y'all need subjects to do y'all deeds for y'all. I don't need nobody do nothing for me. You just keep me updated on what I need to do. You rolling with me, come roll with me. But you don't have to do nothing for me. My work is my own work. You get it? It's like that with everybody. My arguments is my own arguments. My fights, my everything is my everything. If I'm outnumbered, then you get it. That's when it become a group thing. But as individuals, y'all have to conquer y'all fears. Y'all can't like run away from things. And I come from that kind of cloth, and I don't want nobody around me if you ain't on that kind of time. I don't care if you scared of something, but like when you gonna face it. I'm scared of heights. All is cool when we jumping off the roof though, because we gotta do that. We got to. We gotta kill ourselves, blood, because you gotta face the fear. You can't just be scared for it. Most people come to realize they just scared of loss, like to lose. You gotta be scared of things that's tangible. Losing is it's not even a physical thing. It's just the perspective of the physical. So you get my point? You can't have fears of things that ain't even tangible, and this is how most people is. And so I'm old school time. We breaking people out of that. Back in the day, the OGs, they make us fight. They see we scared. Blood, you gotta fight. You too timid. You got life as a timid party. You can't be like that. Because we gonna get old, and then what we gonna do? They moving like that in the past. They trying to make they young strong all the way around the board because they like, I'm gonna get old. And they gotta hold me down. What the hell? Who gonna help me out? So you try to raise your young up solid-minded, solid-spirited, and, you know, physically as solid as they can get. Otherwise, you just, you know, you're gonna handicap yourself out. And this is the kind of time y'all on in the daytime. Y'all trying to handicap yourselves out, avoiding pressure. Like I said, I'm old school. I like the pressure. And anybody tell you I'm real, they gonna tell you that because they know. Like, I don't know no people that'll tell you like he real because they just heard I was real. Nah, that don't count. I don't want nobody like that even speaking up for me. You get it? Meaning if all of y'all agree, yo, we just gonna say Solid's the realest person in life. I don't want y'all to because y'all don't qualify. You didn't test me. And that your word don't mean nothing. You not real. So when you say it, it's gonna water it down. Because you didn't test me, so I know you not real. You get it? Like that, everything gotta make sense with me. All the way, no getting around the foundations of nothing. And that just came up in different times where you get it, that was mandatory and it wasn't no getting around that unless you was a sucker. Period. And so hopefully y'all get to a place where y'all understand that. Dre Alma said it's okay to be weak and retarded like that. I come from a time where you gonna either get your mind together or you gonna have to get put down and put out the way. Cause you were cancer. You defending the lesser thing. It's not okay to be weak and retarded because you don't have to be. It's a choice to be that. It's like giving up. And y'all live that in a day where y'all defend the lesser things, which is like giving up. We don't move on that time. Put some effort in first. At least try. You get it? You could try. Maybe you like it. You follow? Maybe you like this thing called pressure a little bit. Make you better every time. But you gotta try. You can't just be weak. And y'all kind of like that. Y'all looking for justifications for the weak things. And don't move on that accord. And do what you're supposed to do. And when you fall short, you get my point. You got to mess up the bed. You got to fix it. Scratch my back, I black your eye, you know? But like, whatever, however the saying go, I don't remember. But y'all know what I mean. It's all simple, man. Now, I know why I said that. I know that came out wrong. Scratch my black and black my eye, huh? Something like that I heard them say back in the day. I don't remember. But it sound kind of fair. Like, it has something to do with like you do something for me, I do something for you. You feel me? You touch my back and I ain't asked you to, I black your eye. It's all fair, you get my point? It's a deep thing. Peace and wisdom, Olivia. Yeah, everything I say is deep. Make sure you become a channel and ask some prayer. And buy me lunch and things like this. And email me nice, what y'all call it? Email me kind regards and things like that, you know. Solace, oh, you so cute. You know, things like that. I got ego. I like it to be strong. Ooh, Solace, you run so fast. I never showed y'all me run, but I don't. It doesn't matter. We ain't turning down no we not turning down no compliments in this world full of critique. Why would we do that? That's the only fake I'm taking. Like, fake compliments. You feel me? Because we live in fake criticism time. So you gotta take fake. You got to balance it out. You'd be a fool if you don't. There's somebody criticizing you right now for no damn reason. They just jealous of any other dumb thing. So you get it? They critiquing ain't real. It's fake. So sometimes you got to take the fake compliments too. It all go together. But you make sure you stay solid. And Claire said this ain't back in the day no more. What do what I said got to do with back in the day? I said I'm old school. I ain't say nothing about me in old school times. I said I'm old school. And whatever you talking hold no merit to what I'm talking because I'll black your eye. Yeah. This don't have nothing to do with time. This have to do with you got new retards and old schoolers in the same space. And you niggas might get your eye blacked or worse because you think it's just whatever time you want it to be. That's what I'm expressing. As regards to this ain't back in the day no more. I know that. That's why I'm further along in these times than half y'all that's from these times. But I'm just telling you how I move. Like, I still move the old school way because that's the right way to move. And how you gonna be lasting another 40 years? The way y'all move. I'm 25 years old and they catch a whole heart attack, so you get my point? Just take heed to what I'm saying. Things ain't that dramatic. And y'all fears ain't, that important to be justifying and talking all in circles to avoid an L of some sort. It ain't that deep. You're taking yourself way too damn serious for no reason. But not serious enough to look at it like ain't nothing worse than not trying and just being conquered. You get my point? Ain't nothing worse than that. L is still an effort. I'll say that. If you catching nails, you still got the effort. Can't nobody take that from you. You got people out here, they ain't even taking the effort. They running from the whole situation, meaning the L, the W, everything. And so you get my point. See, Drayama said, put your hands on me and I'll call the cops. This is what I mean. I ain't from y'all kind of time. I can't really even deal with y'all. Y'all play like I don't even play. Like, that's not funny to me. I'm from a time where, that's not a joke. Nobody would embarrass their own self or shame their own self in that way. Meaning you a sucker. I'm a person, you a person. If I put my hands on you, you gonna run crying to somebody else. And you proud to say it. It's that part that's like, you proud to say it. Like, I'll go tell somebody else. And I'm just a person and you are too. It's things like that I don't understand. Like cowardice to that extent, to where you proud of it. And so, like I said, y'all live in different times. Y'all don't even have the right pride. You proud that you a whole nother level of a sucker. So I'll run and tell the cops. Everybody's run and tell your mother. Like, probably won't beat your ass in front of your mother because the way my morals work. But the cop, what that mean to me? Because you went and told the cops. I'm liable to beat your ass every day after that. Go get your grandma. She could talk me out of putting hands on you again because I respect my elders. I'm going to be like, I know you old school, old lady. So, like, get that boy because the next time, give him a pass because of you. But the next time, you ain't going to be able to come crying at me for him. That's how that go when you run and go get your mom and shit. I'm giving you Jews because you said, I'll go tell the cops. Your people got more power than the cops. Get your brain together, at least if you're going to be telling people. Your mama could probably get the dude in your neighborhood that's super tough to not whoop your ass before the cops. She probably watched him grow up or something. You get my point? Y'all disconnected from reality, y'all own people, everything in life, the way it seems like to me. Y'all belong to the system. So like you said, I would rather get the cops. You don't know nobody. We live in them times. Back in the day, nobody run to get the cops because they gonna run and go get other people first. Like, people in the past had normal working brains. I'll go get the cops. Why? I'm gonna go get my big brother and his crew. I'll go get a gun. They gonna go get anything but the cops because that's when it's over for you. Like, you go get them when it's over. Like, just exhaust all your possibilities. Y'all make the people that's in y'all life that are tough and riders, y'all make them look bad. Because they like, I didn't even know this sucker had that problem. I would have pulled up. Y'all like that. I hope I ain't got no people that's attached to me like that. Where you out here getting bullied. And you don't even tell me because I'm going to slap your ass too before I pull up and handle all that. I'm that type of person. Don't embarrass me because you a sucker. You get my point? You ain't never got to go get no cops or nobody. You can call me and we can work this out the old school way. You feel me? Let them be the ones that call the cops when I flame them. You feel me? You, I don't know. I'm saying the wrong things in the daytime. Y'all got a different mind, so I don't know. But I come from them times. Men gonna do what men do. Men gotta protect their family, and you can't be that much of a protector crying to the cops talking about I'm gonna go get the cops or whoever. How that even work? And so you get it? I'm gonna go get my friends first. The family, uncle. You get it? Cops is the last fucking option. Like, what they gonna do? And so a lot of y'all gotta get y'all mind together. You an embarrassment to your own people. Like, you know they put hands on you if they heard you even talking like that. They gonna be saying to you what I'm saying. Well, why you ain't come get me first? You know I don't mind decking a nigga here and there. If you getting bullied, like if somebody putting hands on you, what you mean? You don't think you could have came and got me? I mean, there's rocks and all. What you doing? We live in different times, man. That's all I can say. And it's not good. It's like y'all brains don't work. Some of y'all right now listening like, oh yeah, that do make sense. Why? Yeah, I should call my uncles and them. Why calling the cops? In the daytimes, y'all probably burnt the bridge with everybody y'all know. That's why. That's why. I get it. I get why you said that. Whoever you know that's tough, you too goofy. Y'all ain't even cool no more. That makes sense. Back in the day, man, with the environments I come from, and nobody was a bully. You couldn't be that. There wasn't nobody having that. Blood. What are you talking about? I'm not giving nobody that. Some of us were stronger than others, but in regards to somebody bullying somebody, ain't nobody having that. I done seen the soft nigga in the crew just run up and steal a nigga and run off because he feel like he getting taken advantage of. So you feel me? I'm from them times where sometime a nigga might just steal off on you and run because he know he can't beat you, but he still ain't even having it. You gonna feel something, like, you get it? You can't just do what you want, not even to the sucker. Like, it don't work like that. And so y'all live in different times. Y'all got bullies and stuff I know nothing of. I don't know nothing about it. I know if you decide you want to be a bully, things like I just said is going to happen to you. You're going to be getting attacked on the sneak. And you get it? Ain't nobody signing up for that too much. You want to be a tough bully? Well, be prepared to get hits put on you, punched in the back of your head, all kind of things. But like, you feel me? You were bullies. You gotta get it down the fair way. You feel me? Because you're abusing people that's weaker. My point, I don't know no bullies. I don't even, you couldn't even use that word when I was growing up. So look at you like something was wrong with you. If you be like, I got a bully, you might get beat up right there on the spot by your own because they feel like you disrespected them. Like, how you with us talking about you got bullied, man? Then they just beat you up right there because they don't understand. Like, why you feel comfortable saying that? I'm like that with you right now. I'm like, why? Nigga feel comfortable talking about getting bullied and huh? I mean, it's a halfway of a reality to y'all. I can't be bullied. It's not even ego. It's just not possible. You know how I be tell y'all like you ain't got no choice to respect. You know how y'all be like, nah, I respect you. You don't have a choice. And I'm saying that to see like if you think you do. I'm assuming you'll say something back like, yes, I do, but y'all never do. And that I know we on the same accord. Okay, you get that then. You ain't got no choice to put the respect me blood until I do something where you don't. Other than that, as long as I'm still willing to stand up and black your eye, you don't have no choice but to respect me. That's what that mean. Like, if you know I will still get up and put hands on you or put weapons on you if you gonna disrespect me, then that mean you ain't got no choice. And you don't ever need to say like I respect you or none of that. It's disrespectful when you tell me that. I feel like you think you think it's on you and it's not. Anything concerning me is on me, not you. Even you respecting me, disliking me, that's not on for you. Remember how I told y'all, you said, I don't like him. I'm not something on the shelf like a product that you could walk by talking about, I don't like this or that. I'll black your eye. I'll make you like me after I black it. Till you understand that I'm not this product in life for whatever you trying to make me be. And I stand on that. I don't know. Some of y'all really need my jewels. Like, you need to be raised around me for a month. Your whole demeanor be different. I done made multiple people tough. Like, that's probably like my gift in life. A lot of times people be a little squared out. You know? I bring them round, but it's because of that pressure. I ain't allowing you to get away with no sucker talk. Not on yourself, none of that. I don't. Once I see it, I gotta get it out of there because you feel me? You bugging. Ain't no bullies. It's just people you gotta use weapons. I don't want to tell y'all this because y'all crazy in the daytime, but I grew up like that. Ain't no bullies. There's just dudes that's really strong. You feel me? And maybe you had to go get a bat, golf club, something, but they ain't no bully. You gotta just adjust yourself. In the daytime, y'all got bullies. In my day, everybody was tough. Some people was just a little too tough. You have to balance that out for them, like bat over the head. Bing! Now everything's equal, everything's even, you feel me? No more bullying or whatever y'all be talking about. In the daytime, man, y'all get bullied? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know, buddy. Gotta toughen up, something. But y'all will figure it out. Like I said, you got old schoolers out here, y'all new schoolers. Y'all gonna have y'all run-ins with the old schoolers, y'all gonna see what I mean. Ain't gonna go cleaning your mouth so fast, cause you get it? That's just how it go, like. You gotta have respect or you gotta be willing to get beat down. I come from them times. You have to have respect for people or you have to get beat up. And there is no going around it. Even online, if you're being disrespectful, you have to get beat up. Because it's all about respect. It's not problems in life because people are disrespectful. It's problems in life because people have to get respected. Like, you have to learn. Meaning if you disrespect somebody, you gotta get respected. That mean an ass whooping. You know, your hands put on you. That's the respect. Like, the physical respect is the ass whooping. Y'all don't understand. I'm done. I'm done with it. Y'all just really don't get it. This is not street stuff. This is old grandfather blood was in the military. I'm raised by people like that. Them old schoolers from the 70s and shit like that. A man was a man back in the day. It didn't matter if he came from the streets, the military, the job, anything. It was the same. They was gonna tell you the same thing. What I'm telling you now. All that other shit don't matter. You gotta have respect or you gotta be willing to get beat up until you learn to have it. And that's just that. Like, and whatever you do it with respect. Even if you got to shoot, like, you got to shoot somebody, you make sure you tell everybody present, I'm sorry, you know, I apologize, no. I ain't disrespecting you. I wouldn't. But that motherfucker right there, he got to get put down. But I'm sorry to the rest of y'all. Y'all want me to pay for y'all stuff? This is how things went in the past. I come in the store and beat you up in the store. I just pay for everybody's stuff for the inconvenience, you know? I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't mean to get no blood on your dress, Miss Mary Matt. I won't pay for your stuff. You know, he asked, so I'm about to drag him outside and finish this work. But, you know, y'all don't have to worry or nothing. Everything's okay. Everything's okay for y'all, just not him. And that's how it went back in the day. Whatever you did it in respect, you know? Your manners was everything, man. That's what represented you. It wasn't what you did. It was just how good your manners was. You feel me? And this is how I got away with a lot of things. My manners was always good. They say, no, he nice. He hold the door for me and he took his hat off and he sell drugs. Man, he wouldn't do that. Like that. You got your manners up the party. They don't want to hear it. Nah, bro, I would never do that. They know you do it, but they don't care. They like, nah. Nah, you my friend. Stop bothering me, y'all. Now I'm about to slide off. I done fried down here. I forgot all about that. Peace and wisdom to the infinity. Make sure y'all, make sure you just a solid man. You get it? This ain't got nothing to do with you being ultimate warrior, the toughest person in life. But you get my point? Make sure you get rid of some of the fears you have in you. You can't be no man walking around here with a bunch of fears and things like that. It shouldn't be nothing you're not going to show up for if you got to. Meaning, man, you should never get to a place where people looking for you. That's when you're not a man no more. You ducking and dodging and hiding whatever you hiding from. Man accept his fate, whatever that may be. You feel me? He said, man, this is a cheat code. Ain't no cheating in this life, man. Y'all don't get it. Man, this is the foundations. It's how you be good in this life or how you get did ugly. But it's the foundations. It don't have nothing to do with cheating. Cheating how you get your shit all wired up. You want to be a straight arrow in this life. I don't care what you doing. You could be going against the law, but you make sure you doing things the right way. According to law, however they go. Ain't no cheat codes. The cheat code is how you end up in the ditch later. A cheat code is a seed that blossom a casket and keep everything on the up and up. You get my point? You ain't never got to cheat nobody. You be square with people. You feel me? You don't rob and cheat that nigga out his money. You go straight in his eyes, say, blood, I need that, man. Like, I needs that. You gonna help him? And you give him a certain kind of look and he know the type of man you is. You get it? And he know he should help you. He gonna give you that. Because he know you gonna take it. If he don't do what he's supposed to do as a moral. You get my point? There wasn't no cheating and none of that. Keep everything on the up and up. Ain't no shortcuts and ain't no back alleys, man. It's just the front street, blood. And when you secure enough to come out there, that's when you do. But you can't be sitting in the fucking alley with the crackheads convincing yourself you's a front line or a front streeter. You ain't. Still in the alley. You scared. You still on the porch. You got to come off it, blood. Now, like I said, I'm about to depart. My lips are quite dry. Y'all know how I be when it's hot. Lips quite dry, face on fried. I think I'm like 4 times darker than I normally am. I don't know, I just feel dry and ashy, and you feel me? I feel like a white person when they sit on the beach too long. Shabby. Scaly. Ashy and scaly. Dirty. Now I got to go. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Any of y'all want to give back for the deep jewels, make sure you do. And make sure y'all get me a birthday gift too. Just to keep everything on the up and up. I don't have to buy nobody something. Salami!